Hello there, everybody. This is Silent Mist, and welcome back to the vlog. Today is a special day. Today is the 100th episode of the vlog. Ah, man. I haven't done a very good job of daily uploads, but, well, as of lately, I think I've gone the last maybe 3 weeks without missing a day, so I've been getting better at doing the daily uploads, but 100 days, wow. 100 days documented on the vlog. I think I had about 150 days or so on the other channel, the Silent Mist Vlogs channel, which I then decided to move everything over to this channel just because I wanted to consolidate everything. But 100 days worth of vlogs. Almost, I've been vlogging for over a year now. More than a year, definitely, because I vlogged at Otakon last year, and tomorrow I leave for Otakon. So, that's going to be fun. Yesterday I had a really short vlog, and I wanted to tell you guys about something that I was doing with my cameras. Actually, I don't even know if I explained it at all, but this is the old vlog camera. I'm very tempted to get this thing repaired entirely. I fixed the screen, There we go. Fixed the screen not too long ago. Whoop, okay. What are you doing, camera? What are you doing? You gonna turn on? Thank you. I'm pressing the power button twice here. Let me just press the play button. There we go. So, as you can see, this thing is a little special. It's not even focusing right. It's not even focusing right. Camera, why don't you have a good time just focusing on things? But I have custom software installed on here, and I can do some pretty interesting stuff with that. And I have it installed on both this camera right here and the camera that I'm recording on right now. It's a program called CHDK. And it just gives you much better control over everything your camera can do, which I think is really cool. So I've been messing around with that, and when I was messing around with it on this camera, I remembered just how much I love this camera, and actually how much I don't like this camera. The vlogging camera, the current vlogging camera and the old camera, respectively. Because the current camera is it's much bigger than the old camera. It's a lot heavier, it's just clunkier, and the lens, it's thicker because the lens is a fair bit larger on the old camera. However, it is undisputable that the old camera, or the new camera, is in every way better than the old camera in terms of video and audio quality. Sort of. The sensor on this camera is far better than the one on this camera, despite this one being a 16 megapixel. No, is this 16 megapixel? Yeah, this is a 16 megapixel camera sensor, and this is a 12 megapixel sensor. However, the one on here is just inherently better due to a better quality sensor in general. So, what I want to do is I want to get... That doesn't sound right. I want to replace the lens on this just so it's a good lens again, and then, oh wow, it's flickering. The thing has some problems sometimes when it comes to keeping that menu there. Pretty much if something else pops up, it gets a little mad, but I can sort of control that. But yeah, this is a really cool menu where you can do a bunch of stuff, and actually, one really funny thing that you can do with CHDK is... Oh, okay, let's try this. I just recorded a little test video yesterday because I was messing around. Oh, you gonna work? No? There we go. I just want to show you guys this one really funny thing you can do. If you just go over here, go to Games and Tetris. I can play Tetris. Oh, you gonna focus? Come on, focus. There, come on. Don't know if you're gonna focus too well. It's kind of bad. Oh, there we go. You can play Tetris on here, and I find this just absolutely hilarious. Obviously, it's kind of difficult to play Tetris on a camera, but just the fact that you can is pretty cool. One thing I've noticed is autofocus on both of these cameras, when it comes to macro mode shooting, hasn't exactly been the best. However, with CHDK, it feels just slightly better. I don't know, like I was just complaining how it wasn't autofocusing too well while I was trying to look into this, but before, I feel like this just never worked at all. At least it's focused now. Before, it just wouldn't. So, I don't know if that's actually a thing with CHDK, or if that's just me not noticing these certain things. But, yeah, CHDK, I love it. It's a fantastic mod to add to cameras. If you have a Canon camera, I suggest you check it out, just because it adds so much more power to your camera. You can do a lot of really cool things, like, you can do time-lapse, well, you can script just about anything in Lua and have the camera execute that Lua code, which is extraordinarily powerful, and it pretty much just unlocks all the features that your camera could have that it currently doesn't have. So it is something that I very much recommend for all the cameras. It's just, man, I miss using this camera. It almost makes me wish that I never accidentally threw this thing into the washing machine. One other thing that I haven't actually tested out yet, and I'm not entirely sure if it will make a difference, is there is better video control with CHDK on cameras. Before, the quality mode of the camera was set to default, and then I changed it to quality, and you can also bump up the quality settings. However, the default is a quality of 86 out of 100, and I tried bumping that up to 100 out of 100, but then my camera would just periodically stop recording, and I think that was because when you increase the quality, the video size gets bigger, and it was getting too big for the camera to keep up with or the SD card to keep up with writing. So I ended up taking the old SD card out of here. This is the original SD card that I used for vlogging back when I used only that camera. Speak of the devil, the camera just stopped recording for some reason. This was the old SD card that was in the camera. It was in that camera, and this camera came with another SD card when I bought it. And the SD card that this camera came with was slightly faster than this one. The only problem is the lock switch broke off, and today I just repaired it, and now it's working perfectly fine. So that's strange, but yeah, I swapped out the SD cards, and the one that's in there is a little bit faster than this one, so I'm going to keep using that. Hopefully I'll be able to record for extended periods of times without the camera just randomly stopping, and it just did, which means I need to bump it down a little bit more, which is unfortunate. But I don't even know if it makes an actual difference in video quality, especially after I render it out. But yeah, it's been exciting. Other than all of that, I'm going to be pulling all the footage off of this and off of this camera tonight, because tomorrow is Otakon, and that means I need to have I still haven't done this yet, which is kind of a problem, but I need all of this stuff to be live, or a lot of this stuff to be live by the 10th. So that means in 4 days, you guys are going to be getting vlogs from the 84th to the 100th, which is today. So that's 16 vlogs in 4 days, 4 vlogs a day. It's time to catch up. But yeah, so I guess it's time to get to work, and I'll see you guys in a bit. I don't know if you can hear that, but I hear an ice cream truck. Maybe if I move it closer to the window, you can hear it. And I've got to say, due to the Doppler effect, which is what makes things sound different as they're moving, it sounds really creepy. Like, horrifyingly creepy. It's coming for me! Ah! Also, Pokemon X and Y, or rather Pokemon Y, the current game that I have, I've been talking about how I've transferred all the Pokemon over, or the greater majority of the Pokemon over, for competitive battling, and this box right here contains 4 teams that I'll be using throughout the week at Otakon, or at the weekend at Otakon. So this is a Toxic Rainstorm team. This is, I believe, is this my hyper-offensive team? This might be the hyper-offensive team. This is a really interesting Ice team, or Chili team, as whatever they described it to be, and then this is just an interesting team. And a lot of these guys are shiny, actually. Let's see, I think one of my favorite shinies is this shiny Azumarill. It's freaking gold. It's also the only one that I didn't make at level 100 because it learns a move at level 50 that's exclusive to X and Y, so I decided just to leave him at level 49, and then later transfer him over, or then later level him up so I could figure that out, or so I could level him up. Also, I have this is my box of, like, trophy Pokemon. These are just mainly shiny legendaries that look really cool, and a couple of other shiny Pokemon just for the sake of shiny Pokemon. So all of these guys, oh wait, there's this guy, this is like the motivation behind half of the things on my channel that are Mareep flavored, a pink Mareep, and then, oh, blue Umbreon, so pretty. And then shiny Tyranitar looks really weird, but yeah, this is just a box of Pokemon, and then I think I have, one more box. Oh, come on, focus, there we go. Good job focusing, camera. Just a couple of other legendaries, these are event Pokemon. Most of these Pokemon that I got right here, I just have them for the sake of having them. When we get done with all of the Let's Plays and streams of all of the Pokemon games that I want to play through, I'll be able to better deal with having all of the Pokemon that I want and feel good about having legit versions of all those Pokemon that I want. So that'll be a thing, but that'll be a thing in the future because I am not done with... I still need to finish Pokemon Platinum. That's not going to be fun. I still have to catch a bunch of legendaries from that, so... And I also have to transfer all the Pokemon over from Pokemon Emerald, and once I do all of that, we'll finally have all of the Pokemon that we need after we beat one more game, which is probably going to be Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but I kind of want to do a Let's Play of that game, so we'll see. All of that will be in due time. But for now, back to Pokemoning, I guess? Well, time to end off the vlog for the day. Currently working on I'm deleting all the old server files in preparation to push all the new server files onto the server, because I'm going to be taking my laptop with me, and that's the computer with the builds half of the public server that is going to be whitelisted is currently residing on. I don't know if I explained this, but this computer is currently running the new server for the builders because I originally didn't have it up on VioServe. So now that I am in the middle of... Well, now that I'm going to be leaving, I can't host it on this laptop because the laptop's going to be disconnected from the internet quite frequently. So, solution to that is just put it up onto the normal server and whitelist that server. So by the time you get this video, you will already have seen the update video probably. I just actually recorded that and it's currently rendering out right now. But... server's going to be whitelisted and down for a little while, just to the general public, so we can get all the work done that we need to get done, and have a smooth and successful launch. But other than that, I need to pack, other than all that Minecraft stuff, need to pack. I just transferred over some stuff that is going to be needed on my laptop, and yeah, I'm also all dressed up because we went out for fancy dinner. It was delicious. Filet mignon is like the best thing ever, but got a pile of clothes over there that I need to deal with. Gotta edit this vlog. I'll probably do that on the laptop just because I am running out of things to do on the desktop. And the desktop is currently rendering stuff, so I don't want to waste time waiting for that. And yeah, that's gonna be all, guys. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again next time. So until then, farewell.